Hello again. It's me. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm drinking tea again. Being a good girl, no more pop right now. It's a nice day out. It's sunny, but man, it's cold. I'm ready for spring to really get here and quit all this bouncing back and forth. So anyway, it's now the 22nd. Tomorrow is my birthday. Before we get into birthday stuff, I want to say hi to a new subscriber, Reggie. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And thank you for leaving a comment. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. So thank you for stopping by. God bless you. Birthday presents. My sister took me, picked me up today. And of course, she had a little gift for me. Oh, darn, I don't have the birthday card. She makes the nicest birthday cards. And the nicest cards altogether. Here's the wrapping paper. And this is what she got me. Comfort tea. It's got all these scones and savories and sweets. Favorite recipes for all of these. And sometimes I just love looking at the different tea sets. It's just such an attractive, what do you call it? Table settings. With the teas and the trays and the... Isn't this a beautiful teapot? But it's a beautiful... It's you can feel the lettering embossed, whatever you call it. It's recessed where the letters are. It's just a gorgeous. From Tea Time Magazine. And we get Tea Time Magazine. If I don't get it first, Sandy gets it and then gives it to me. I've got a stack about that deep now of them. And just looking at the front covers is extraordinary. And so we've often wanted to do a tea, a real fancy tea, but neither one of us has the energy. So it's a nice daydream anyway. So this will be fun to go through and just pick a recipe and try it and see how it works and then, go from there. So that was cool. So she picked me up. I got to open up my present right off the bat. Then we went to Hobby Lobby because we are planning on doing a painting. Now let's see if I can do this correctly. We switch to desktop. No, I don't want to get it going. It is. It's absolutely bonkers. This is Sherpa, I guess. I haven't actually... this is what it was. Here we go. There it is. Down here. Cardinal Christmas Winter Scene. How to draw and paint. Now, is this correct? Yes, you're seeing what I'm seeing. And I think you can hear me. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to try to paint that painting. And, she goes through all the steps. And then I want to paint this next one, the Autumn Forest Landscape. Those are the colors of a quilt that I want to make. So that'll be fun. So this is Art by Sherpa. And hopefully I managed to do it correctly this time. We'll see when I play it back whether or not it shows up the way I want it to. Anyway, I put it in the description if I did it correctly, where you can find her. She's got beautiful, beautiful paintings all over the place. So we went to Hobby Lobby in order to get, she has a list of everything she uses, including the types of brushes, size of the canvas, and all the paints. And we went looking for paints that we didn't have on that list. So I should have brought that in here too. So I bought a set that has at least 3 of the colors in it. And there's smaller paints, and they last a while, unless you're white and you're black. And I'm sure there's 1 or 2 other colors that you will use a lot of, no matter what painting you're doing. So getting a big tube of that, behooves you. But for what we're doing here, that's so specific, I went ahead and got a set of the tubes that are about, my arthritis is kicking in. That is, the tubes are about that big, I think. Yeah, they're around that big. And she picked up the ones that she can't mix and match to make the color that she specified. And besides, if you do something that's just, a shade different than hers, that just makes it more yours. It doesn't have to be identical. Use your own judgment, use your own flair. I'm still getting used to doing acrylics. I did do the Bob Ross style of paint. I love Bob Ross. I love that style of painting because the paint just moves and shifts, and you can do all sorts of neat, ooh, look at that, type things to it. But I don't have the energy because there's more things involved in it than just pick up a paintbrush, dab a little paint, put it on the canvas. There's a little bit more involved in his style, but I love it. I don't have any of his style in here, but I just love that style of painting. So I'm getting used to working with acrylics, it's a different texture. I'll put it that way. Bob Ross's style is one texture. Acrylic is another. Oil is another. Watercolor is another. So there's different nuances depending on what style you're using, what paintbrushes you're using, just the whole thing. But like Bob Ross would say, nothing you do is wrong. It's happy accidents. If something, oh, well, that's different. Okay, just a wonderful teacher to listen to how he paints and the style and stuff. But it's true, you can have 10 very, very accomplished painters have one painting that they're all supposed to do, and you will see different nuances, and they all become theirs. It's no longer that original painter's thing. It's now theirs because it's not identical. And even that painter, if they went to do that painting again, it wouldn't be identical. It would not be identical. So if you feel like painting, pick up a paintbrush, paints, and a canvas and go for it. Just go for it. I'm still learning what my style is, even though I've done a few things. I'm going to turn this around. See, there's a few of my paintings. There's pictures of my grandkids on the far left, or you would see it on the right. Above the tall bookcase, there's a painting that I did in acrylic. Next to it is a needlepoint that I did for my mom. Underneath it is one of my paintings. And the birdhouse and the mountains, that's another one of my paintings. Acrylic. So I'm not quite happy with what I'm doing yet, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there little by little. And behind me is pictures of my kids. So that one painting over here of the birdhouse, I'm not quite happy with it. That was off of a Michelle the painter. Sip and paint is what she does. She sips wine and, she'll do a section and then she'll take a break and wash out her brush and sip some wine. Excuse me, and then go back to it. I guess she goes to different places and everybody gets to sit there, sip wine, and do a painting. So she's the one that we got the inspiration to do the gnome paintings from. It started off with a jack-o'-lantern. The gnome is holding a jack-o'-lantern for the fall. Then we did a winter one with a winter hat and snow. And just recently we finally did the spring one, and we'd already had the the summer one, which mine is red, white, and blue. And I think Sandy did basically the same thing. So every once in a while we get together and we do these paintings. And that birdhouse one was one of Michelle's, but I was never happy with it when I got done. The original was cool. But Sandy kind of sort of felt the same way. And when she saw this one that we're thinking of doing, let's see if I can bring it back again. No. That's not what you want to see. This is what... No, that's not it. That's a sunset, though. Would you like to do a sunset? Art Sherpa. There it is. So this has a nice fat cardinal. And the ones that we did, the cardinals were more slim. So the cardinal is the main focus, and then you can tell it's winter. You got the tree in the background, and the tree that it's sitting on with the pine cones and the berries. And we're not sure, but we think some of those are actually ornaments, but we're not positive. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully you're getting the pictures and not my desktop. But we'll see when I play it back. And I may just delete the whole thing. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what we're going to do. We set up a tentative date in about 2 or 3 weeks where we're going to sit down and take about 3 to 4 hours to see what we come up with. It's a great way to spend time together and to my brain went away. Come back, brain. Spend time together and chat and share a hobby. She is so talented. She does different greeting cards, handmade greeting cards with different images and stuff, and she's got a list of people she sends them out to, and it can be seasonal or it can be specific holidays or birthdays or whatever. And it's always a thrill to see one of her cards in your mailbox because it's creative and it's thoughtful, and people don't do creative, thoughtful things that much anymore. Plus she makes quilts, and she has a wonderful sense of matching colors. My mom was the same way. She would pick out different things, and I wouldn't have done that myself, but I enjoy the way that she does it. If you wonder why this is in, so I can tell whether or not you can hear me. Now, whether or not it's working correctly, we'll find out. It should. Yeah, it should. But we all know how that goes, especially with me. So anyway, I wanted to pop on and share my birthday stuff because my birthday's tomorrow. We went to Texas Steakhouse. Is it Texas Longhorn Steakhouse? I think so. They make some good food there. And I love the atmosphere. I think I'm a cowboy at heart. As a kid growing up, it was Westerns were the big thing on TV. And Roy Rogers was my hero. Roy Rogers, Trigger, and Bullitt. And Trigger, I found out not too long ago why he was called Trigger. And it wasn't anything to do with a gun, except in a slang way. He was called Trigger because he could turn just like this. He responded just like this. A trigger hair is a phrase that used to be used because it was that fast. That's why he was called Trigger, because he responded just like that. Trigger fast. And Bullitt, I guess, was just a takeoff on Trigger. But I don't know that for sure. I'm guessing. But I love Trigger. I wanted a Trigger of my own. Right. So I'm a Westerner at heart. I'm a cowboy at heart, in spirit, not in body. Can't do the stuff they do. But yeah, that's the one reason why I like Texas Longhorn Steakhouse, if I'm saying it correctly. Because they have the statues of cowboys on horses, and they have the longhorns and all that. So it's fun. Anyway, so I had a wonderful lunch with my sister. Enjoyed shopping with her. Enjoyed chatting with her. I always enjoy it when we're together. Sometimes her mood doesn't quite match my mood, and we both have fibromyalgia, and we have memory issues and stuff falling through the holes, and so those are interesting days, but we managed to get through them. So just wanted to share that with you and say hi to Reggie and thank her for stopping by, and hope you enjoy this one as well, and we'll see what we're up to next time. So until then, please be sure to take care, and may God bless. Bye-bye.